Don't throw away those failed paintings. In this video, I'll show you how you can transform them into one-of-a-kind Christmas cards anyone would love to receive. Hi there, I'm Janine. I'm an artist and I share my creative journey on this channel. I don't often send out cards myself, but last year we received a few lovely ones from family members and we didn't have time to return the favour. So this year I'm a little bit more organised. If you're a painter, I'm sure you have some failed pieces of art lying around. And if you don't, I'll show you how you can use the same idea with minimal extra effort. You can buy these packs of cards that are blank cards. I think probably in craft shops. I got these with a subscription box years ago. So you get an envelope and then all it is basically a folded piece of, I think there's probably cartridge paper. So I've got a few of those, but not enough. But you can easily just fold a piece of paper in half and then you've got yourself a card. So I'm going to do that with a few. This is 300 GSM watercolor paper. You could also use cartridge paper or any other paper that you've got lying around. It doesn't have to be your best watercolor paper or even watercolor paper, just as long as it's kind of thick and holds its shape like that. So I'm just going to measure half of that. These are A5 pieces, I think. So I'm going to end up with A6 cards, pretty much the same size as that. So I'm going to measure half so I can find the middle. And this is a bone folder, which I think you mainly use for bookbinding. I happen to have one, but you could use any kind of blunt object, like a really blunt needle, for example, or I don't know, your keys. And then I'm just going to make a mark with this. Just go along the edge here. And then it should make it really easy to fold. I'm not quite sure which direction. Yeah, I think this, where you've marked it, is always the outside. I'll just make it look a lot neater. I'm going to gently ease it down. And, well, you know how to fold paper, so you don't need to watch me doing this. But now you've got a nice card, really simply. And I'm going to do that to all of these. By the way, these used to be A3 sheets of paper and I've simply cut them into A5 pieces. So you don't need to go out and get A5 pieces of card. You can just cut it down to size. I've cut folded all my cards now. If you paint or do crafts or anything like that regularly, you probably have something like this box, which contains all old failed paintings that I'm not going to use for anything, and most of them I've already cut up into small collage pieces, so I just kept the parts of a painting that I liked and I can use that for collage. So all of this here, and then I've also got another box of collage paper that I made or collected. Most of it I made specifically for collage, like this. For example, things like this that are made with a jelly plate or just scribbled with a brush, or some solid colour bits. So I might have a look through both of these boxes and see if there's anything I'd like to use. Maybe look for some kind of Christmassy colours, but that's completely optional. You could even use bits on canvas. I might try that actually. So I've got a big old pile of things I can use here. If you don't have any of this, if you don't have any failed paintings, you can simply make one. In that case, you can just take a scrap piece of paper. This one got a little bit damaged. and take some painting materials. Got some Neocolor 2 crayons here, they're water soluble, and just make some random marks because it's not going to be a finished painting, so there's no pressure whatsoever. Maybe even use some Christmassy colours. Got some red here. Some bits of this.
If you like this video, consider subscribing.
And then I'll let that dry and you can make as many of these as you like. Next we're going to make little collage pieces. And I think I want to do some Christmassy shapes. Actually, I just noticed this already looks a bit like a Christmas tree. So I'll cut this. Maybe add the stem as well. And I feel like this looks a little bit like snow, so maybe I'll cut out little pieces that can resemble snow. Might be easier to make them not round. They don't have to be perfect, or well, they can be perfect if you want them to be perfect. I like my things to be a little bit less perfect. Life asks you to be perfect enough of the time. Maybe I'll make some more of these later. What else can we do? This I could turn into some sort of bauble shape. It might not be very circular. It's good enough. A couple more. This is also good Christmas tree colour. In fact, I'll use some where it's not too obviously Christmas tree like. I do like this shape where it's just a triangle rather than the whole sticky outy bits. Can always put a little stem on that. Maybe some more trees. Actually, this is also quite a good tree shape. I was going to do lots of different shapes, but now I really like the trees. Turn the yellow bits into little stars. Is that going to be too tricky? I could do that really simple childish thing of making triangles. You know, we've got, are they equal sided triangles? Can't remember. Let's try one. So if you've got one piece, and then you put another one on top like that, and then you've got a star. Maybe. Maybe. Could do that with these actually. I prefer these. These are a little bit more colourful. See if I can make some more textured baubles. Actually, this. Let's try this one together. The canvas. Should probably use some different scissors for that, but let's go for it. What do I want? This maybe. It's very moody and dark. This. Maybe just that with the that as the top. A little bit of snow on the top. This is actually quite funny. Might keep that. It's a bit wonky now. Maybe also just a few tiny trees. A little forest. Maybe this. I can have that as the tops of the trees to be a bit snowy. These aren't very tiny trees. I might have to put these on some sort of background because it will become transparent, the white, once I glue it down. Maybe I can put that on something like that. It'll still be transparent though, won't it? So stick it on a little strip like that, where I've got white. I quite like that actually, but then once again I've got the problem of the white not being there. Let's do this anyway. How wide is that? It's a bit wider than that. Maybe I should make them a bit smaller. Now this is a little bit wonky, but I quite like that. I might even make it a bit more wonky, that it looks more intentional. This a bit smaller. Let's do a test, shall we? So to stick it down, I've got some matte medium. This is a gel medium. because I think the gel will help stick the thicker paper bits. And try and get it to the edges. Should probably have some sort of scrap paper to do this on. You can obviously just use I don't know, glue stick, some sort of glue you've got lying around. But I've got this, so I'm using it. And the good thing about this is that it'll look matte. Some glues might look a bit more glossy if any of it squeezes out. And then I'm going to stick the little trees. For that I'm just going to go over this whole section. Probably wouldn't want to do this with normal glue unless you let it dry really well. Let's do the one in the middle first. Lovely, you cannot see that. But I can always draw over it a little bit later. Let's leave that to dry. Let's try one of our homemade cards. Maybe... Can we do 3? Does that look a bit naff? Or about 3 above each other? Maybe I want a smaller one instead of that one. Yeah, let's do that. So again, I'm just going to pop some medium on here. Maybe I'll get a different palette knife because this one's still got a bit of paint on it. So that will stick. It's not sticking down very well, but maybe once it's started sticking I can do a bit more. Let's do one of these larger trees. And then maybe some little bits of snow. Might be a bit too high up. Shall I add a little trunk is the question. The answer is probably yes, but let's see if it looks too much when I put little snowflakes here too. Let's use a subtle one. Maybe one of the snowflake-like texture. Will kind of work together well. That's too much texture. That's too much texture. Maybe something more subtle like this pink. Let's try and make these a little bit more asymmetric. Could even put it on some sort of snowy ground. That might be quite fun. Again, I might do it a bit like a swoosh. Too big, this swoosh. Could have just done this. No, that looks weird. Let's not do that here. Let's maybe do that on another one. Kind of want something down here to balance it, but this isn't a perfect abstract painting. This is just a Christmas card. I wanted one with the little baubles. Thinking maybe a row of baubles. Are these too big? They might be too big actually. Maybe like this, and draw little strings on them. Could even put little bits of paper on, but it'll probably be easier with pencil. And then we can get a pen and draw. Strings on there. Now they're Christmas baubles. Might even put little bows there. Don't know why. Right, I'll make some more and then I'll show you. And now I've got a bunch of Christmas cards. So I've got a couple of winter landscapes. Some are more abstract than others. I actually quite liked having a bit of a landscape element here. A lot of trees. I really love this one that I found at first. The little star. Then some more abstracts. And I think this is a really fun idea, obviously, to also do with your kids, because a lot of it looks like it's been made by a kid. So yeah, have fun doing this. I would love to know if you try it actually, and you can use the same principle for any kind of greeting cards. Of course, you can use this idea to create birthday cards and greeting cards for all kind of occasions. I would love to know if you are making your own cards in the comments and if you have any other ideas. If you're looking for a fun painting exercise to try over the holidays, take a look at the video I've linked in the description box. Thanks and bye bye.